Wow, it has been a while. This is David Arroyo, and I am back with some concept art from Immersion this time. I will be showing you how I have turned a black and white value painting into a colored finished product. And obviously, I will be showing you this all from the beginning, the simple construction lines towards the sketching, towards the inking, the coloring, and adding all the little details and different layers and such. Right, but first let's address the elephant in the room. Why has it taken so long for me to come with an update? Well, that has a lot to do with the fact that I've been working on two feature films. I've been storyboarding on two feature films. One is Prospect by directors Zeke Earl and Chris Caldwell, and the other one is Corbin Nash by Ben Jagger. Both films, very good films, directors, all very talented, and it's been a blast to work on these things, but the thing is that I can't show any of it. So that's why you haven't really been seeing many updates. When I work on films, I tend to just put all my time into that. I already have the kids, so if I were to do comic stuff on that as well, I just don't have the time. So when I work on films, I'm working on films, and you won't be getting much updates on the website, on the Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube, all these social media things that I use. So that explains that. But hey, nonetheless, I'm back. I have some time again. I've handed in my work for both projects. For Prospect, I will be doing some more work towards the end of the year. And we'll see for all the rest. There are more upcoming projects coming up, but I can't really discuss these yet. So time will cover these things. The cool thing about Immersion is that I can say anything I want, or choose to say at least. I don't want to reveal story plots or anything, but here we are, and this is the good thing about showing you guys my comic book stuff. That I can show you guys as it's being made, and that's also good for me, because I get to remind the world that, hey, I'm still there, and I'm still working on these things, and hopefully I can get people interested in my comic work, and hopefully the story. Recently, I've just worked on the script as well, finished the script. I reviewed it again because I already had a million ideas for the story. I had already a script, but there had to be some rewrites, and some little tweaks here and there. So now it's finally finished. The immersion script for chapter 1 is done. I think it ended up being 29 pages or so, 29 I think, and it was really good. I'm very happy with it. I hope that it will work as a comic book, and I will be working on the storyboards for the actual comic very soon. Right. So let's cover this painting a little bit. So what we're seeing here right now is basically a shot from the world of immersion. It is basically a London market in the future. How far into the future? I'd say about 40-ish years, maybe a little bit more. The reason why I don't like to put numbers on it is because I want to try to avoid the whole flying cars in 2015 like in Back to the Future, despite the fact that it's one of my favorite films of all time. But yeah, let's just say that it is set in a not too distant future. Let's play it safe. Right, so what you've seen so far is me penciling and inking. Now I'm actually doing the values, gray tones, just some darks, some lights. All of the gray tones are done on a single layer, just like I would do for storyboarding. Now, obviously in storyboarding, I wouldn't go as detailed, because here you have all this nice inking, all the nice details. That I wouldn't go as far when doing storyboards. However, it's the same principle. As for the comic book, the look, that's maybe interesting to know. When you'll see the end of this video, you'll see all the colors, you'll see all the details, you'll see all these nice little stuff. The thing is, it took me in total to do the value painting plus the colors. It took me close to 19 hours. So that obviously is not really an option for the way I'll be doing my comic book per panel. That's crazy. So for the comic book itself, you'll most likely see something much more simplified. I'm hoping to be able to do it in color, which is that would be really cool, because then I can get that piece of information out. Sometimes it's important to get color, especially in sci-fi projects, but it's not necessary. It's not always necessary. I mean, look at Ghost in the Shell. The original comic book was in black and white. It did phenomenal, and there's many more sci-fi stories that have been in black and white. And so, yeah, here you can then basically see how I got rid of the values, because that part of the painting has been done. And now moving on to just the colors only. Working first with very flat colors, then adding another layer for shadows, another layer for lighting, another layer for special effects, and then some other little adjustment layers here and there. The important thing, though, is that towards the end of this video, I will be showing you something really cool that, thanks to the fact that I do have a value layer, and I've done effectively a second painting in a different style. I will be combining these two and, removing the line art, and you will see how it will create a very cool effect. But you'll see that towards the end of the video, so stick around. It's definitely worth it. It gives a really cool effect. Right, so moving on here, you'll basically see how I am doing the shadows only on the shadow layer. And most of the time, this is also what, I'll be doing on the actual comic book, the actual pages, because like I said, I'm not going to go as detailed as I'm going on this concept piece. That would take too long, and, you would get your updates once a month or so, which we really want to avoid. But yeah, so enough for the technicalities, because we're slowly but surely reaching the end of this video, and I would like to cover some more stuff about immersion itself before we actually get there. So, as some of you already know, I've recently gone over the script, done some rewrites. Quite happy about that, because it just gets the story, the dialogue more locked into what I really want it to be. And let's not forget, that's only for chapter 1 of the webcomic. So, this will be several chapters, but I'm taking it, baby steps, one step at a time. So that's good. I'm very happy about that. After this piece, I will be focusing on the next couple of blog posts to get these finally out the way, and to finally start focusing on the comic book itself, because that's really what we're all waiting for, and the wait has been quite long so far. But we're getting there. It's not that long anymore. We're almost there. The next blog post will be discussing, if I'm not mistaken, the characters and populating the world. So you'll get to see a bit more of the main character and some other characters, which is really cool, because I'm actually also very much looking forward to finally revealing some of that stuff and doing some more drawings on it. But anyways, let's quickly show you that cool trick. So I'm going to remove the line art now, and I'm going to bring the values back to the forefront in a multiplier layer, and there you go, you get a painted look. You can view all these different versions in detail on the links below. Thank you for stopping by.